Hello and welcome everybody, this is Kristy. Welcome back to my May green pouch. Obviously it's just the beginning of June. As you know, I was away, so I just wanted to come on here and show you what I've done. I have spent nearly all day on working on this piece and the other piece, trying to get it finished. So I'll go through it with you just quickly so you know what I've done and maybe you like the idea, and then you can use that on your pouches or whatever other things that you make. So I've laid all obviously my base fabric down, and I've changed some ideas. I put this piece of trim along the top. I've tried to just bring it down a little bit here so I can put the zipper in, which I'll show you later on. I was just trying to think what I wanted to show you. I've just put a few little dingle dangles on there on a bit of a doily. I've just done some little seed stitching down there. I've added this up here, and I'm not going to do anything under there. I might just do some rows of stitching just to hold that down. Bit of rick-rack. I've left that like that. Obviously I've got a Suffolk puff there and there. This one I decided to put a big bead in. I don't know if I like it, but if not, I can just take it out. I've done some rows of stitching, running stitch, just to highlight the bunnies in the green. Not sure if I like that. I think I do. This velvet here, I just, it looks a little bit wavy, but I've just done some stitches there. I haven't finished this bit here. I have to stitch that down. I put a bit of trim. This was an old little bit of jewellery, and I just made it into a circle and stitched it down. I lost it for ages, and then all of a sudden it must have got caught up in all my threads, and it just landed on the bench. I looked everywhere last night, all this morning. I cleared off the table. I've sort of vacuumed the carpet with my hands to try and find it. Couldn't find it. Then all of a sudden, out it popped. So it must have been caught up in all this here. So I was happy because I went, oh, I want that piece on there. Buttons. A bit of rick-rack. I've just done something different. I might come in here and just do little seed stitches in the white to hold that down. A doily, and just some running stitches along the bottom to hold that. And here is just a cluster of buttons and some beads. And I've sewn down a bobbin, not a bobbin, I beg your pardon, a bow. And I'm thinking, I have this here, and yesterday I glued some wadding down with some hot glue gun. I'm thinking of putting it there, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know whether, I suppose it will look all right. So I've got to try and work that out. I have created the zipper. I did it with acrylic paint. And I can't remember if I showed you in the other video before that, but I don't like the green. So I'm going to go and do it and change it to a much darker colour, probably something like that. Or something that's in all that green there. So that's what I'm going to do. So this will definitely work. It's white, and then I've just done it with some acrylic paint. Obviously I will try my best not to get paint on the actual zipper. And then that will be green, and then I'll have a little bit of gold to complement this, and probably just the undertones of the cream and that as well. So that's that piece there. I think I finished this one. Oh, there's a bit of thread there. I'll sew that back down. Here, I just did, where was I up to? Oh, it's crooked. Love hearts, because it was all about love hearts. So I sewed on my little love heart. I did this one here and just sewed on some beads. and I've put in the treasure of this here. I did another little bow, and I've just done a button here of the Suffolk puff, and all I've done is just sewn down. I did these 3 little stitches. I learnt that with Sally when we were doing what is slow stitching. If you want to know what that is, please pop over to Sally from Dotty B on her YouTube channel and find out about what is slow stitching. Here I did French knots, so I did those French knots, those other ones, French knots, and those. I just filled in the white bits, and then I filled in the leaf with a bit of stitching. Here I just did some seed stitching in there. I haven't done that one in there. I probably need to go back and do that. Here I don't know what I'm going to do, whereas here I stitched it down. I might come in with some reddish thread in the box somewhere and stitch that down. This is puckering up a little bit, so I might just leave it actually. I don't mind it, to be honest. And then I've just stitched all that down. I'm not doing anything here because I like the look of the blanket underneath because it's green. And just for a little bit of colour, I did pink along the bottom and in here. And then that one is finished. So let's get back to... I haven't done anything there, but I'm just going to leave it. I think sometimes it's nice to just have something blank because it rests your eyes. So let me have a look. See. Yep, that will do. I'm just going to fill that other little bit in. So how is everybody going? I hope you're all well. My daughter just came down with the flu the other day. Nope, looking for a needle. What's the matter, Winks? Hello, Boston boy. What? I know. You've been a good boy. I've got my grand dogs over. You have been a good boy. Yes, you have. Good boy. They're all in here asleep, including the cat. The cat loves the dogs. He goes wherever the dogs go. So let's just do a little bit of stitching here. We have had heaps of rain over the last few days. I thought we were going to get more, but we didn't, but that's fine. As long as we're getting rain, and it makes me happy to see it because it's so lovely and green everywhere now. Might just try and hop, skip and a jump just to cheat a little bit. Sometimes I find that works well when I've got a lot of stitching to do. Oh, that is my dog having a... Are you snorting? You're in there. They're in the circle bed together. Not you, Boston boy. They're in this circle bed together, and one of the other, Winky, the grand dog, is giving Penny a nice clean face. I'm not talking to you, Boston. No, you can't come on camera because you're a big boy. Yes. I've got to talk to the people. The people want to listen to me, not me talking to you. So yes, we've had some good days. It didn't rain today. It might have rained in the night. And that's about it. Sunday, I'm busy. I've got to go around and help my daughter. Saturday, I don't know what I'm doing. And today's Thursday. My husband had to take his vehicle in for a service, so he's taken one of his other car. And I went out this morning. Did I go out this morning? Oh yeah, to drop him off to get the service done. Oh, don't you hate that? Why does that not happen like that? Now it's just annoying. I'll just slide you through and hopefully you'll just hide away. I hope you can just hide away, thread. I'll pull you out through the back. Right, you can just stay there. I'm not happy with you. You silly thing. Right, you can just stay as you are. Yeah, so his car, I think is ready today. I'm not too sure. It said something about your car. Had an email from the service company. I probably should give him a ring and find out, actually. I'd have to do that very soon. I think he'll be on his way home. So let's just have a look at that. Let's just finish that off there. As you can see, all the lovely stitching on the back. Glad the dogs are quiet while I'm talking on the video. I don't need to use those big ones. I'll put these away. I just use gold thread to stitch that down. What else did I say? Oh, I needed to finish that off. I watched Sally's video yesterday, on her video for the French, sorry, I don't know French words, but this French box that she made, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to have to get myself a box of some cardboard and make myself a box. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go over onto Sally's channel, and that's her latest video. Christine, my beautiful friend Christine, has made a video for Red Riding Hood needle book. So if you want something a bit quirky and something a bit different, head on over to Christine, Create and Craft with Christine, on her YouTube channel, and have a look there. And what else? Do I know any other people? Some junk journalists have put up some videos. I haven't done any junk journaling yet, apart from that one I made a while ago, a few weeks ago now, to take to my husband's cousins. I'm just trying to think, what was I doing? I just wanted to do that, stitch that down. Oh, I wanted to do that. Let me see if I can find some thread. Oh, I might have some just here. I've got this here. This one will do, that's too dark. I don't know how that's been wound on. It's not, oh, there it is. Not my doing this thread, it's come out of one of those ones you buy from the op shop. Now, put that bit in the bin. Do I do 2 or 1? I think I'll just do 1. I don't want it to stand out too much, and I'm really using the wrong needle. Let me see what I've got here. Oh no, that's a beading needle. I always get that one. This one will do. They're a bit bent, my needles, but that's all right. Come on, there we go. Might be a bit short now. I'll have to see. So all I'm going to do is come up here. I'm not going to be too fussy. Oh, that's what happens when you don't make it big enough. The knot's not thick enough. You just gently pull it up through the back and go back down. And I just like to come back up again. Now you can see that's just buried itself in this fabric. It's quite thin, this fabric. So I'm just going to go along in the dark bits. Hope you're following along with some stitching of your own. Maybe you're making your own pouch. Now I will probably do one more pouch, and I will give that one away, and it's going to be a purple pouch. It's going to be purple, so if you do like purple, keep your eye out in the next few weeks for the June pouch. And I will give that one away. And I do not know what Kate's doing. I don't know if I want to follow along anymore. I've seemed to have got the gist of the idea of making these pouches. I might go off on my own and do something. I have some ideas I want to do. And they're probably just more of projects. And even if they're projects that I'm waiting to actually get done that are in my stash, I might put them up in case you want to actually have some ideas other than just following other people on YouTube. Now all I'm doing is going up and down, creating a layer of stitching to outline the rows. I might run out of cotton as well. That could be a possibility or not. My retreat's coming up in July next month. So I'm off to Melbourne, I am off to Melbourne, but I'm off to Newcastle at Sewbits curated at Beck's shop, but it's Greeen from To Be Loved Treasured. It's her workshop or a retreat, whatever you want to call it. Retreat, that's what it's called. And then I get to see my other friends I met up in Ballarat, so I'm really happy about that. And this is not working. There we go. Sometimes my eyes just don't see. I really probably need to have my other glasses on. But then who does that? Probably people that do it and I don't. Right, I think this will do it. I think I need to just go there. Let's see if I can create a stitch over here. I know I keep going round and round. It's just to get myself a line. Oh, I might just jump over here and poke back down. There we go. That always works. And you know what? It's so thin, I'm just going to add the tiniest bit of glue to that. To hold it down. I don't want it to come undone. I'm sure it will stay there once I don't fiddle with it anymore. So that's that done. So that piece, this one, is finished and I'm happy. Because sometimes you get to the end and you just go, oh my goodness, I just want it finished. Was I putting something else there? I was going to put something else there. What was that? I was going to put a button. Where's the button? I was going to put that button there, but do you know what? I actually don't like it. I like it. That's enough. Okay, so let's get rid of that one. Oh, I love that soft velvet. Velvet is so comforting. Now, I was doing this here, and I do not like it at all. So I'll just pull it out. Most of the time I'm happy with my stitching. It's not very often I don't like what I do, but that I do not like. I'll be looking at it for ages and going, ugh, I should have pulled it undone. I should have listened to myself. And I can hear the dogs playing. Now my needles, no wonder my needle gets bent. I think also I pressed too hard. Let me turn that back round. Just using the blunt end of the needle to pull the stitches. I like those stitches there. Maybe I just cut that. I think because it's not straight, I might just put some trim down there. I've got some trim there. Sometimes if you're not sure, just go for the trim. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. That's perfect. Exactly what I want. So I'm going to tuck that under there. I should have figured that out before. I'm going to fold that over. Tuck that under there. Fold that over. And Bob's your uncle. There we go. I like that. Right, now for some cotton, which I had before, didn't I? I should just try and see if I can find the cotton I was using. Look, that can go in the bin because I have cottons everywhere. I think this one will do. Yep. Nope. I just got it. Oh, Boston boy, what you doing? Oh, sorry. I frightened the bejeebers out of myself. Where are we? This one will do. This is a good one. I think it's quite thick and it's got a nice eye and it's nice and long. I can travel the running stitches along it fairly good. Just cutting off the frayed edges. Might just tuck that in there like that. Hopefully that will work. Never know till you give it a... Oh, I didn't put a knot in that. Never know till you give it a go. Hey, no. You're so cute. Yes, you are. I'm hoping to get back to work next week. I just don't seem to get there. Something comes up. I have to be home for something or other. Yes. Now, I like that. I like how the lace has complemented the colour of the fabric. And then it hides all that stitching. Oh, look at that. I started stitching and it's moved itself. Right, go in there. I need to move over a bit more. Let's just do that. should have pinned it down. Now it doesn't want to play the game of unthreading. Look at that. Well, I'm just going to cut you. You're not playing the game. Right. Pin. Let's just pin it down like we're supposed to. I know some people don't like pins, and that's fair enough. I was thinking before when I was doing it all, I like the pins because I can see where I have been and where I have stitched. Like, you know, you put your pins around where your folds of your fabric are, and so that's how I've figured out whether I've stitched there or not. Whereas if you do all that invisible stitching, which there's nothing wrong with that, then I can't see where I've been. Right, pin there. I need to put one pin in just to guide the lace in some sort of straight line, just like that. Right, let's get back to sewing the lace. Oh, I cannot wait till I finished it. Because you get to the point where you just go, oh my goodness, I'm sick of seeing green. Green's not my favourite colour, but I like green, but it's not my favourite. So that's why I wanted to challenge myself to do green. Whereas purple and pink are my favourite. Pink's my favourite colour, first of all, or even dusty pink. Oh, I've lost you on the camera, so I think I'm good here. Charlie, my dog, is making his bed. Aren't you, Charlie? You're making your bed. Just having a little sleeps. Not you, Boston boy. I should just put in a picture of you so everybody knows who you are. Hey. I should. Once you get it straight, it goes together quite fast. You don't need 100 stitches in that. You just got to catch the edge as you're going and make sure that you go down properly and go up. Take that pin out now. I like to push my edges in. Only just still catch that. Oh no, there's a fair bit under there. Glad I can get rid of that now. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. It blends in with this here. I mean, it's not white, but it's cream, and it blends in with the other side. I've just got to move that out the way. I'm not sewing all that white bit down. I'll leave it all a bit flappy. If you pull it too tight, it will bunch up, but then you just got to come back. And that didn't get tucked down under there, did it? I must be tired of doing my stitching because I'm getting it wrong. I probably should just hang up the boots, hang up the stitching. But if I can get this done, I've only got this to do and maybe sew on that big thing, and then I can tomorrow, I need to show you how to do a zipper. One of my lovely subscribers asked how to do the zipper, and this is not going in today. I wonder if fluff gets stuck in the hole. Why it's not going in? Because I've cut that. Maybe I'll cut it on an angle. That sometimes actually works for me. Nearly. There we go. Right, pull this fabric over. This blue fabric needs to get pulled over. There we go. Just catch it. All I've got to do is just catch the lace. It's not rocket science. Right, that's much better. It's a little bit puffy, but I don't mind it. I'm just going to leave that. I quite like it. If I change my mind, I can come back in another time and stitch it down. That's all you've got to do. If you don't like something, you can just fix it up later or add things to it as your pouch grows with you when you stitch. If that makes any sense. Right, definitely pull out the needle pins, because I've been finding pins underneath the fabric, and so I've had to try and wiggle my way out of getting it undone. Oh, that's the older dog. Just one not liking the dogs playing with him. He's just an old doggy. Excuse me, that's enough. Don't be a baby. He's never hurt them, so don't get worried about that he's getting hurt. He's just trying to be bossy because he's an old, grumpy old dog. Yes, they're gone now. So they've got to learn dog language, don't you? Yes. Just weaving a few stitches in the back so it ties it off. What's that there? Oh, that's that big knot. Not worried about that. And try to remember to put my needle either in the needle thing or somewhere. Put that in the bin. Right. My goodness, I think I'm finished. What do I do about this? Let's see if I can put that on. Well, what's going to be the best one for that? That's a bit strong, actually. Yeah, I'm going to use that. Let's see if I can put it on. Now, I'll definitely use that needle again. If it will thread up. I think some fluff gets caught in the hole and it doesn't go in because it's just gone in now. Charlie's still making your bed. Right. I do not know how this is going to work. Maybe I should cut some of that fluff off. Just to angle the fluff away from the edge so you don't see it. That looks better. Yep. I could hot glue gun it, but I don't want to, because if I don't like it, I won't like the mess it's going to create. And once it's on there, it's on there. Right, so I'll come up from the bottom. Don't forget I'm coming through blanket. What I could have done is stitch some ribbon on the back, maybe. I think I'll just go like this and hope that I've got the wadding. Ow, ow, and don't stab yourself in the thumb because it hurts a lot. I have a feeling I can feel the wadding under my stitching, that I'm catching it in there. Yep, I can come out a little bit more. How about if I just go there and straight across? Right, and then back down. That might work. And then up here on this side. Hopefully it won't get too much, because this is stitched down, not stitched down, glued down with, what did I say it was called again? Hot glue gun. Looking too bad. I just got to stitch all this, stitch it down a bit more. I think I'll just keep going. Hopefully I haven't chopped off too much of that other wadding. I'll come up through there and go back down there and see what that does. I'd love to go around the flowers, but I don't want to. Oops. Get out the way. If I come up here again, and then travel straight down to that. There, I wonder what that will do. That anchors it down there, doesn't it? Oh. Hopefully I've been on camera. Are you two right there? Right, go round to this side. Have I got the right end? Yep. There we go. I'll just travel out here a little bit. I did it again, didn't I? That actually might be a good thing. Just let me think about that for a minute. If each of these go out to that point, there, one there, I could potentially put something around that string, couldn't I? Just let me have a look and see if that works. can't not see it. Oh no, did it? Oh no, it didn't go round, did it? Did it? No. No, then it bends it all down. No, it'll be all right. I'm sure it'll work. So I think the thing is to get the fabric and sew it in there and then get it into that. If anybody else has another brilliant idea, could have sewed a button on, couldn't I? That would have been a good idea. Could have sewed a button on. We don't think of these ideas until... What I needed to have had happen is for it to come down a little bit further, because this is going to be my zipper. I needed to have come down this way, but it's on now. Like I said, it's only on with stitching, so if I need to, and I don't want it on ever again, I can just cover up the fabric with another piece of fabric. Right, I'm going to go straight back down there and leave it off there. We'll see what happens. I should have left it off until I'd done the zipper. Oh, what's happened to you? There we go. Up you go. Right. I'm glad you're not going to see all this underside. I need to tie this off a bit. I'll just use this big one. You think a big one would work. It's probably just the operator. It's too fluffy, that's what it is. Most of the time it's the operator. I just want to snag that through there like that. That's it. Got thread, everything hanging off me now. But put that away. Ow, I did it round the wrong way. Okay, that doesn't need to go there. I'm not going to worry about that tiny little bit. Clean up. Threads. I'm not going to worry about that either for now. I think I like that. The little stamens up in the air. All right, I will leave it here and I'll be back with the zipper, but I've just got to finish painting it first to make it green. All right, I'll be back.